Roar!
Ew.
Hello and welcome to Midnight Readings. Today I'll be reading A Simple Story, written by Pensive. I hope you all enjoy, and don't forget that these are our amazing Patreons. Links in the description if you wish to join. Now, shall we get to it? I breathed softly as a gentle breeze in the wind, like a soft melody. I ideally moved a pencil between my teeth, making a few strokes with it. Though, with a sigh, I dropped it back into my notebook. My sketch was still incomplete. I breathed in the cool air as it brushed past my coat. Getting up from laying, I stretched upon the narrow branch I laid upon, closing the sketch away. I held it tightly abreast. My eyes wandered to distant lands far away from this tree of mine, high above all other trees, growing like a rose in a field of daisy flowers. A smile grew. I like to think this perch was a product of my love, but really it was even simpler. Clutching my sketch tighter, I closed my eyes and stepped forwards, falling and feeling the winds. I simply enjoyed it. There was no need to contemplate or fear. Just let the daily worries break apart in the winds. Another breath. In the wind it was as cool as a spring day. I slowly opened my eyes, and the bright skies above peered down. I wish I could watch the great unknown skies forever, or watch the twinkling of the beautiful night stars, but alas, I could not. Though I know forever it was something to look forward to. With the knowledge in my return, I focused. Down below the great fall lands came, and from the great lake, from which roots tasted, I spread my wings as details became even more clear, and I soared through the skies now. My feathers, each spread, feeling the winds as I flew. Trees came and went, as did friends and strangers in the market. I pondered on the simplicities, while some beauty in the details. I sought peace in simplicity. From what more does one need? Behind me slowly grew distant a great tree in the skies. I did not feel sadness at my departure. No, I felt like it was always with me. As the skies changed, so did I soar peacefully. The skies were my friend, a consistent. I knew I could always trust, a friend that never let me down. Something always there. It was ever changing, but never different. With a roll of my eyes, I thought of myself being silly, soaring down just so I could feel the wind as I pondered, when I likely would have enjoyed staying in that tree a bit longer, placing the last touches on my sketchings. Oh well, perhaps next time. I flew low and outstretched a hoof to the tree leaves that surrounded me, feeling the gentle parting of life. But it must end, as all doors do, and one must brave a new path as one comes to end. With a gentle flitter, I slowed past as the trees ended, revealing vast lands of greenery. Spotting a particular hill, I softly touched down, letting my hooves sink into the grass. Perched on a rock was a saddlebag, partially open with some books and paper. I stored away my belongings and sketches, and frowned at the contents. "Ah, pony feather," I moaned. "I forgot to take my homework." I sighed, knowing full well I'll have to finish it later, or barring that wake early. Pulling the saddlebags around me, I heard a flapping, and turned to a pleasant surprise. "Hey sis!" I heard my sibling call. "Where you been?" "Oh, you know. Just out on a flight myself." As she came down to meet me, she bore a happy grin. "Oh really? Not out with any pony special? Oh, please. Not like you have any special pony. I teased, nudging her as she softly landed. Oh, want a bet? In your dreams. I stuck my tongue out. I giggled softly at her antics. Come on, Mom's making dinner. She motioned for me to follow. Oh, really? What's she cooking? More leftovers? Oh, come on. She makes a mean stew. Besides, she's making tacos. I rolled my eyes. Not when she makes it every week. And so we continued to converse as we flew home. Time flowed like the flowing waters in a river. An undisrupted flow, always flowing and always calm. But soon too did this river come to an end, and my sister and I landed. Mom? I called, coming through the doors. Over here! My sister and I came to the dinner table, with all the food already laid out. I could smell the deliciousness from the other room. Welcome home, Mom commented, hugging the both of us. Thanks! Thanks, we both answered. My sister was first to speak. Well, I've had a lot to do today, so I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm surprised you're not all skin and bones with how often you end up sleeping before dinner, came my off-hoofed response. And I'm surprised the door's fat enough to fit you with how often you laze around. I pouted as Mum laughed softly. Dig in. And so it was just us, Sis, Mom and I. We ate, spoke, and laughed together. A simple dinner with family. And to me, all I ever needed. My sister went off to bed. She had practice in the morning, but not before I got her to promise she'd wake me early, for I still had forgotten my homework. I'd planned to enjoy myself longer, but Mom, upon hearing that I was going to wake early to finish my homework, had corralled me to bed, saying that if I was going to wake early for homework, I should sleep early. It was my own fault, and no amount of rebuttals and pouting would change her mind. I'm not a filly anymore, I rebuked. And yet you're my filly. She tucked me in. I still pouted in a vain attempt, but once all said and done, she still tucked me in. You know that won't work on me, right? I pouted more. She kissed my forehead. Good night, dear. A short but sweet story. Though I'm a bit surprised that this is supposed to be a kid having these thoughts at the beginning. Then again, sometimes kids can have quite the in-depth thoughts. That was a simple story, written by Pensive. I hope you all enjoyed, and keep watching that moon, everyone. Bye!